Hello everyone and welcome back to some more StarCraft 2. It's early in the morning over here in the Netherlands as I'm recording this video. I've got myself a little bit of tea. I'm very relaxed right now, but I'm bracing for impact. Because from what I've heard, apparently this particular Zerg versus Protoss, it is a bit of a train wreck. Now, if you have an awesome game of StarCraft 2 as well that you've played recently, you can submit it to replays at LowkoTV, and maybe, just maybe, I'll be making fun of your game here in the future. So spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Blackburn, playing with the red Zerg drones, going for a spawning pool at 14 supply, and now a very early hatchery drone, or like a scouting worker, despite the fact that, like, you know, the man's pylons literally fly. Anyways, playing with the red Zerg drones, we have Ilion, our first Silver League hero, and his opponent, likewise also in silver, playing with the blue Protoss probes. Apparently too good to go for a low ground wall off or a high ground wall off. I've already started. We're barely a minute into this video. He's just gonna plant the very first pylon over here, allowing all Zerg units into the base. He doesn't mind the infestation. Playing with the blue Protoss probes, we have Mr. Trix. All right, Ilion, scouting around. Going for the hatch on the other side of the map as well, so it's a 14 pool. A random hatchery timing below 14 as well, because he hasn't made an overlord yet. Bunch of Zerglings coming up, a gas geyser right now. This is already a really, really bad build. Now he's scouting around here. He's making sure that his opponent also has a really, really bad build. Wait. Ilion. Are you saving up minerals? No, he starts up another overlord. I thought for a second maybe he wanted to go for a proxy hatchery. I was gonna say that makes... No! Really? That makes no sense! Why would you show the probe, or sorry, the drone like 7 times here? Why would you go for a hatch at home and then an overlord and every... Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Alright, anyways, it gets found right from the get-go. Zealot is already out as well, but apparently this one started his day with lunch break. Just, you know, dinner or dessert before dinner. I don't know. It's a little bit confusing. Either way, the Zerglings have already arrived. And since there's no cybercore to be seen anywhere, there's not really gonna be that much. Oh my god, please, Trix. Trix, please! Trix, show us your tricks! Come on, man! With a name like that, you'd imagine you work in the circus. You can juggle at least 4 zealots, man. Not just 1. You couldn't even juggle 1, actually. Second zealot over here out as well. Luckily, the Zerg right now is move commanding, so these Zerglings... At least a couple of them did find their death over here. Eventually, the hatch will finish up. Now, normally with a hatchery like this, I guess you go for a queen or like a quick roach warren or something along those lines. But he made a gas and he hasn't started mining any gas. So, I guess you want to send drones across and make spines or... I don't know. I don't know, man. I know as much as you. Very little makes sense so far in this game. What I do see, though, is Ring Around the Rosie, first off. And secondly, a Protoss that has 24 workers versus a Zerg that has 10. This Zerg player has now got less workers than he started the game with. It's really quite impressive. Alright, so, Forge comes up. Cybercore already done. We're still gonna make a Zealot, though, despite the fact that the Cybercore is done. No Stargate, none of that. The tech route apparently we're looking for is a Forge. So, I guess he's gonna fight this hatchery with photon cannons. Tricks, obviously. I mean, that is the best trick he knows. A drone did pop out of the hatch, by the way, and he is starting up the spine crawler inside of the main base of the Protoss. A couple of additional drones are also coming up. I mean, I meant for, like, mining, but apparently they're moving across the map. Fair enough. And then the photon cannon. Okay, it's planted down. Photon cannon will definitely finish before the spine crawler, though, so I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen here. Will the second spine crawler finish before the photon cannon kills the first? That's a real question. Zealot number 74 already getting picked off as well. But, I mean, this is something a little bit different, right? I've casted many viewer-submitted games of Zerg versus Protoss, where the Protoss player is the one cannon rushing the Zerg. This is like... this is the other way around, right? This is a Zerg player, I guess, spine crawler rushing a Protoss. Ay. Well, the Zerglings here apparently are soaking up a little bit of that damage. Spinecrawler 1 does finish up unharmed. Second spine is gonna finish up, and right now it's actually becoming a bit of an issue. There's no cybercore upgrades, there's no tech structures past, you know, the very early ones here for Trix either, so without a Void Ray or something along those lines, I really don't see how he's gonna break out of this. Like, an Immortal could also work with, like, a shield battery or something along those lines, but what I'm trying to get at is, like, photon cannons? Really? This is, like... I love how in Silver League terms, that is the default answer. It's like, oh no, I'm in trouble. Or, oh no, I want to deal damage. Answer to both, photon cannons. Is it the correct answer? Nope. It really isn't. But hey. There we go. Poke boys. Gotta poke 'em. See, it's early in the morning. Hold up. Let me get some tea. Let me try it again. Poke boys. Gotta poke 'em all. See, that's much better. Yeah. No voice cracks or anything. Roachborn finally comes up. We have started mining some gas as well, apparently. So that's good. Look at this. Battery overcharge, keeping a cybernetic score alive that's being poked to death by 4 spine crawlers at the 5-minute mark inside of the main base of the Protoss. Isn't this glorious? You will never see this at pro-level StarCraft. It only works because both players are not particularly good. So... GG? I mean... This is game over, right? I mean, Trix is still making probes, but he doesn't really have any units that can do much. He's remaking the Cybercore, but he doesn't have any tech structure yet. He needs to wait until the Cybercore is done. I mean, unless he gets given an awful lot of time, there is really no way that the Zerg isn't gonna win this. Right? Please don't burrow it right in range of the photon cannon. Nah, you don't want to do that. Roaches are already out as well. I mean, if you want to put the nil in the coffin, I think you go for some additional queens. Queens would be amazing here. Just like, you know, one flying unit could be a disaster. And let's be honest, photon cannons are oftentimes followed up with either Dark Templar or Void Rays. I guess there's one queen over here. Sorry, Brenda. I didn't mean to, like, you know, ignore you, but... What I'm trying to say is I would like to see your sister pop out of the hatch as well. Alright. What are we doing? What are we doing, Protoss? What's the plan? Zerg is now in range of the Nexus. Honestly, I think it might be time to just uproot every single one of the spines and just burrow them all at the edge of creep while attacking with the roaches and the queen, and then transfusing whatever you can. I think you can basically get all of the spine crawlers in range right here of, well, pretty much everything. They have a lot of range. They don't mess around. We do have transfusion energy as well on the queen, but obviously, yeah, not really expecting that that's going to be used particularly effectively. By the way, still, like, he's just going to go for another Stalker that's never going to finish because it's unpowered right now because the pylon died. Alright, battery overcharge, number 2. It's very good, guys. It's extremely good. It's not going to be able to, I mean, you might want to use it over here on the Nexus. No, we're just keeping the photon cannons alive just in case. Alright, well, eventually it's run out. Nexus right now being poked to death by the Poke boys. Forge comes... Why is this man going for a Cybercore if his first... There you go. There you go, a Stargate. Why is he once again adding on a Forge here as his default? He doesn't have another Nexus out or anything along those lines. Over the course of the next couple of minutes, yep, or the next couple of seconds rather, he's going to be revealed. This means that Ilion can see every single one of these Protoss structures, even though he doesn't have vision of it. So the win condition in StarCraft 2 is to destroy all of your opponent's buildings. Oftentimes we don't get to that point because players leave before that happens. Alright, this is apparently the great evacuation. Not all the probes will make it out alive, but at the very least, you know what? 20 probes remain. That's still more than the Zerg has. Stargate is also done. He's got 1,700 minerals and 1,700 gas in the bank. This is a rich Protoss player. Roach is now running across the map too. You really do not want to give this Protoss player time. Like, he still has money. Normally, right, once again, at the pro level, these kind of moments would arrive and then the pro has like 200 minerals and there's nothing you can really do with these workers. This is where bad macro is an advantage. He can make a Nexus very easily. He decides to build it at 12 o'clock position. This is not something that Ilion rather can see. So as soon as that structure gets built, the, you know, revelation is already gone, or, you know, he can't see exactly what's happening. Okay, the probes have made their way towards the top left. We really need to do some scouting. Okay, so the Zerglings are... Okay, you know what? The Zerglings are doing the right thing. This is good. How critical I've been of Ilion, I think, is completely justified, but... Yeah, what's happening here so far is pretty good. Going after the forge? Dude, going after the forge is actually the most important thing. Oh my god, you guys need to keep moving. You guys really need to keep moving. If you don't kill the forge... Oh my god, he needs to target fire down the forge. I was making fun of that forge, the secondary backup forge. But this is the legendary secondary backup forge, okay? This is not just your regular one. If he can add on... Come on, make photon cannons, bro! Hello, tricks! 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 No, that's not enough. Yeah, build all of it. Cancel this nexus even. Just build all of it. Oh, man. Alright, well, he's kind of lucky right now. Dude, the legendary backup... Dude, look at it. The legendary secondary backup forge. What a legend. Alright. Well, Zergling has arrived. Other Zerglings have finally found the base at the 12 o'clock position. But you know what? Protoss is still in this. Yep. Keep in mind, all the firepower is in these spine crawlers. I mean, there's a couple of roaches out as well. He's very unsure as to what he should be targeting here. Ilion also already stacking up a ton of resources right now, despite the fact that he's only got a few workers. I guess he's making the assumption he has already won this game. But yeah, the shield batteries, sure, the cybercore is still out. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing you add on another tech structure, but hey, that's just me. Don't listen to me, okay? I'm like Terry from that Oblivion, no, not the Oblivion Express. The lava mission in co-op. I'm like Terry. Don't listen to Terry, okay? I just say boring science stuff, statistics, calculations, that sort of thing, okay? Ugh. Is there enough Zerg available to bite through this? Okay, if he can actually just kill the shield batteries and the photon cannons, it's still game over. He does not have energy right now for a battery overcharge, but he does have a shield battery. Without corrosive biles? Well, you need more. I said plural. Without corrosive biles, it's actually going to be quite difficult. He just needs to morph in like 10 roaches into Ravagers and just bile everything down. Can we please add on like a Stargate? Tricks. Tricks, you still have the Cybercore. Can we please... This nexus at the 12 o'clock does not matter. Can we please start biling? Ah! So StarCraft 2 is a real-time strategy game, right? Time being of the essence. I don't know what Ilion is doing, man. Ilion, if you lose this one, I'm gonna laugh so hard. Like, you actively have to, like, try to lose at this point in the game. I mean, you know what? At this moment, yeah, there's the Stargate coming up as well as a gateway. I mean, at this point, especially when he has 50 energy in the bank on that Nexus for a battery overcharge. No, you gotta bile over there. You can hit 3 structures at once, man. Oh, God. At this point, you almost have to actively try to lose. Okay, that's much better. There you go. Although, I mean, you should, like, try and not... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. You can target fire down the, or with the shield battery, you can target the pylon as well. No, don't lock in the probe. Actually, I think there's a little hole over there for it to escape. There's a Void Ray on the production tab. If Protoss wins this, I'm gonna laugh so hard. There are 2 queens available. He's making a 4th hatchery right now in the game. In what was previously his opponent's Nat. Spine crawlers still heavily macroed, or microed rather. Pretty sure out of the 160 or so APM he's got right now, at least 120 have gone to the spine crawlers. Oh my God. Bro, you gotta, like, this doesn't work like that, man. You gotta bile it down in like one fell swoop. You can't, like, go in a couple of times. This is not how it works. There's the Void Ray. There's the Void Ray. Alright, Ilion. He's been very busy microing his spine crawlers on the other side of the map, not actually taking care of important things. Please do. Okay, if you lose a Void Ray to, like, corrosive biles, I'm gonna cry. He's been so busy microing those spine crawlers that he's actually given his opponent a ton of time. So, Trix right now is producing his 2nd Void Ray. Ilion has started up 2 more queens. So we're gonna go up to a grand total of 4. Honestly, going for a queen march, not a bad idea, but there is this massive ramp over here. And by the time that the queens actually get into the battle, you need way more Zerg. No, this is not enough. No, this is not enough. I don't think so anyway, especially with battery overcharge. This ramp over here is absolutely killer. If this was flat ground, Zerg could definitely get more. Oh my god. Especially if you fight before the queens have even arrived. 2 queens with energy versus 2 void rays. Okay, make the beam thick for no apparent reason. Just for intimidation, right? Oh my god. This is so nasty. As a backup, by the way. Stargate number 2, Stargate number 3. Just about to finish up. The queens, the first 2 that are so critical. The first wave, right, of like Queen, Roach, Ravager all in. It has been held. And this, once again, buys a lot of time. And it's not like the static defense got weaker. All it got is like more experience in killing Zerg units. I mean, there's no veterancy in StarCraft 2, so at the very least, it doesn't make them stronger, but mentally speaking, Trix definitely has been improving. All right. Now, obviously, Trix doesn't really know what's happening. On the other side of the map, in the meantime, we do have, like, that hatchery now mining some resources, so that's something. But, Ilion, you need something better than this. Queens aren't really gonna cut it. I mean, you're gonna have to produce a lot more queens. And considering you have, you know, 2 hatcheries, but they're on the other side of the map, you can't really produce queens out of those. You have 3,000 minerals and 1,700 gas in the bank. Could you please spend it on literally anything? Hydras, Corruptors, I don't really care, but like literally anything would be better than having this much money banked. Like StarCraft 2, it doesn't really, yeah, it doesn't really help if you have a lot of money in the bank and you're not maxed out. Chrono Boost right now, by the way, on a Stargate while supply blocked. Glorious. Fleet Beacon, of course. So Iliad's tools of the trade, right? Or sorry, Trix's tools of the trade in this game so far have been photon cannons, void rays, and now whatever he's gonna produce after the Fleet Beacon finishes. More than likely carriers. Okay, here's wave number 2. More corrosive bilers are coming up. Queens are gonna be available very soon too in the battle, but I mean, once again, this is an awful lot of Protoss already. We're now up to how many? 7 void rays versus 6 queens, plus all of this static defense. There's 1 queen down, and he backs off. Beautiful. Go back to the safety of the shield battery. Repair your back up to full. Queens don't really have the luxury of retreat unless the creep is close by. One of the corrosive biles. Not gonna happen, because the Ravager is dead. +1 flyer attacks even come up right now as well for Trix in the 3rd cybernetic score of this game. He's gonna try and do a flyby? Really? Really? That's really not what you need to be doing, but I guess he's a little bit concerned. He knows he's been leaving the Zerg player alone for a long time. 11 Hydras, by the way, are coming up, but Ilion still has 4,000 resources in the bank. Spore Crawler in the natural, gone. Reinforcing Queen, also gone. Drones are being picked off. Additional Queens are coming back home. Little bit of target firing there. He attack moved on one of his own Ravagers. Okay, finally a Void Ray gets picked off, but I mean, the cost efficiency here, at least in the last couple of battles, okay? Don't look at the units lost overall, but you can see it's literally 1 Void Ray for, I don't know, a couple thousand resources for the Zerg. We're going, by the way, for... Ooh, I like this. He's gonna go for, first off, the speed upgrade for the Void Rays. That makes sense. And then he's gonna go for the Tempest upgrade. So going for Tempest from here, not a bad idea. Trix is thinking about making a new expo. Ilion, though, not victim to the all-army hotkey. As a matter of fact, he's got a whole load of idle units. Maybe he should be using the all-army hotkey. I don't know, man. He's got a lot of idle units all around the map. Yeah, he's not allowing this Protoss player to expand. Honestly, bro, Ilion, stop attacking. Just spend your money, make a big army, and prevent this Protoss from getting another base. That's the way you win this game. You have way more mining potential here than your opponent. You've got 38 drones versus 12. Do not push up that ramp. It's not worth it anymore, man. It was fine when the Protoss was still trying to set up base here, but that moment is, you know, that ship has sailed. That moment is gone. All right, we're gonna do it anyway. Hydras, even less hit points than those, well, Roaches and Ravagers. Queens right now kind of in the middle of this army too. One of the Void Rays does run a little low, but I mean, nope, good control there by Trix. Trix may only have 60 APM, only pressing 1 button a second, but he's doing so far more effectively than this Zerg player at 160 plus. He's desperately spamming buttons right now as if that's gonna speed up the production. I guess he's gonna make 14 more Hydras. That's gonna be very helpful, but I mean, You do need that Hydra group to be together. Trix right now even giving his opponent the luxury of, yeah, fighting with the Spore Crawlers here too. But honestly, after losing the main base, I did not expect the Protoss player to get back into this position. And I'm pretty sure that despite the situation that he was in earlier, this is actually a Protoss victory. Not so much because he played so amazing, but mostly because Zerg played absolutely terrible after the early game. WTF, says Ilion. Protoss OP. Oh. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what it is. Sure. Alright. And with that, Silver League is still Silver League.